And now we'd like to welcome everybody to the All-Star game. It's the Black All-Stars up against the White All-Stars here this Sunday afternoon. Anthony Starr here together with Josh Bett. And Josh, after yesterday's festivities, today will get even better.
Well, day 2 action of the B.League All-Star game, Anthony. This is going to be a fun occasion. If it's anything like the game between the rising stars of the B.League and Evasia, then we're in for a showdown.
Here we have the players.
White number 11 from Repanga, Hokkaido, Ryota Sakurai. B black number 22 from Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Nick Pacheco. 本日は負傷のため欠場となります。B white number 13 from Hiroshima Dragon Pride, Dwayne Evans. B black number 42 from Utsunomiya Black, Isaac Bozu. B white number 15 from Osaka FSR, Joji Takeuchi. B black number 45 from Ryukyu Golden Kick, Jeff Carley. B white number 16 representing Okinawa from Gokuma Clan Thunder, Narito Davisato. B black number 50 from Akita No, the captain, Raita Akaho. B white number 40 from Yokohama B Coasters, John Scow. B black number 91 from Aerobatic Tokyo, Hirotaka Yoshi. Saあ皆さん、お待たせいたしました。お時間がやってまいりました。さあ、今年のオールスターはファンガードワールド選手ファン大みんなでお祭り騒ぎいっちゃいましょう。B black number 7 from Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Yusei Shinoyama. B white number 32 from Sahayan Neo Phoenix, Morisa Yamauchi. B black number 0 from Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Yuga Fuji. B white number 5 from Gokuma Brave Thunders, Naoto Tsuji.さあ、そして篠山選手がまたしても服の前を広げて何か抜こうとしています。さあ、何か見えてきたのは、これはニック・ファジーカ選手のユニフォームです。今シーズン引退を表明されているニック・ファジーカ選手のユニフォーム、今回惜しくも負傷欠場となってしまいましたが、ファジーカ選手への愛、そして藤井優真選手はニック・ザラスの T シャツを着ていただいております。篠山選手、藤井選手、右選手、山尾選手、そしてパフォーマーの皆様ありがとうございました。 Sano Magic Paralympic Beautiful! Being fighting number 12 from Chiba Red Kanechika! Be white number 18 from Nagasaki, Belka, Yudon Baba! Be white number 5 from Yokohama, Because Yuki Kamura! Be white number 2, that captain from Chiba Jets, Yuki Togashi! Alright, let's make some noise for B.League 75. Are you ready? B.League 72 from Shiho Okinawa, Yuta Nishino! B.League from Ryukyu Golden King, Kenta
まもなく B リーグオールスターゲームティップオフとなります。それではここで本日のオフィシャルクルーのご紹介です。クルーチーフ小沢努、ファーストアンパイア東裕二、セカンドアンパイア北澤彩、本日クルーが着用するウェアは B リーグオールスターゲームのスペシャルデザインとなっております。審判にとってこのオールスターは特別なもの。
So there you had your three officials, referee Ozawa, referee Higashi, and referee Kitazawa, handling our all-star game here today. And Josh, you know, we're seeing a good mix of a lot of the usuals. We got guys like Yuki Togashi, Seiya Ando, Yuma Fuji, but we also have a lot of the youngsters like Yuki Kawamura and Ren Kanichika.
Oh, absolutely. You're seeing a mix of talent, but you know what's interesting here is you got a mix of championship DNA. On one team, you've got the two backcourt players from the Uku Golden Kings, the likes of Keita Imamura and Ruchi Kishimoto, but they also have another sharpshooter, Makoto Hiyajima, B.League champion in 2021. And not to mention, Josh Hawkinson, the naturalized player for Japan. Anthony, this is going to be one hell of a game.
It definitely sets itself up to be one of the more exciting matchups. Again, let's see, first and foremost, my big question to you is, how much defense might we be seeing?
That's a very, very good question, Anthony. But, it's like yesterday. You have so many superstars on the floor. And, as basketball naturalists, you want to see a competition. But also, none of these players want to get injured because we're going to be going into the second half of the B-League season. John Patrick, you mentioned it yesterday. Even though his team did lose, he was still smiling. That shows you what kind of occasion it is. So defense, I'm not sure we're going to see too much, Anthony.
Well, this, as they say, is for the fans, and the fans are looking forward to a great encounter between these two squads who feature not just some of the best, but all of the best players in the B-League today. It's Team Black up against Team White. Once again, you met all the players. Starting five, Hiyajima, Hawkinson, Kishimoto, Nishida, and Imamura for the Black squad. White team is bannered by Yuki Togashi, Kawamura, Buford, Kanechika, and the comebacking player here in the B-League, Baba.
Well, Yudai Baba's return to the Japanese B-League was a very big thing, of course. I mean, he went abroad to go play in Australia, tried his luck, very similar to getting to the NBA, didn't quite make that hurdle, but again, his return, it's just so big, and it just goes to show how big the B-League is becoming, Anthony.
Exactly. He even tried his hand out over the G-League for a time, but again, he says the B-League is his home, and here is where he's going to stay. Let's see. I think they're going to get the two team captains to do the jump ball, or are they going to get the two point guards to start things off? Yes, the point guards!
That's a sight right there, isn't it?
Kishimoto's going to win the tip. And he'll be at the controls to start things off for Team Black. Captain Hiyajima goes to Hawkinson. Hawkinson long two. Yes! Good start here for Team Black.
That's part of his game. He's really developing immensely. Is not only shooting from the mid-range, but also off the dribble, and very effectively.
Well, he led the Japanese squad in the recent World Cup with averages of about 20 points. And here, an easy slam. I think that is an indication, Josh, that we're not going to have that much defense here today.
I was just about to say, I think your question's just been answered, Anthony.
We're tied at 2. Outside shot, nothing. Buford sends it down. Kawamura. Now they're going to send it around. Togashi says, come on, you got to come defend me a little bit. And then, he's going to take a step back jumper. Shot clock is winding down. Togashi puts up a 3. Not that time.
Well, they got to find the balance in this game between having fun and individual basketball play and also getting everybody involved. So we'll find out how this one plays out.
Another long shot. Not working out as Buford picks that up. He'll go inside and easy too. Got all 4 points here for Team White. It's their first lead at 4-2. Another long tong rattles out. Kawamura picks it up. Togashi heads to his spot. Dribbles around the world and sets up a 3, which isn't going to drop.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait for these two teams just heat up a little bit, because that's what they're going to try and go for all night long. It's consistent three-pointers, and there's the first one. Just get the blood going early.
Why not? From the team captain, Makoto Hiyajima.
Well, he's been a fantastic player for the Akatsuki's 5. As I mentioned, he was crucial when Utsunomiya Brex won the championship in 2021.
Also a staple here. Look at that. Between the legs of Hawkinson with an assist. That would have made the highlight reel, but the shot didn't go down as Hawkinson can't control that rebound.
The thing is, you just saw Yuki Togashi try and nutmeg Hawkinson. He did do it, but Anthony, those are things that I wouldn't be surprised if he did in a live game.
Ooh! Look out below. Nice dunk there from Baba. 2.5 minutes gone. Quarter number 1. Nonchalant affair, but you can see here. And a 3-second violation is going to be called. And we're going to have our first complaint of the All-Star game.
We got a lot of questions to ask, Anthony. How do we get a 3-second violation today, but clearly a double dribble was allowed to pass yesterday? This is truly incredible.
Well, we're all having fun, and the referee said, why not let me have some fun of my own? Yuki nailed that three-pointer.
Yuki Tagashi, first ever $1 million Japanese basketball player here in the B-League.
Getting away inside, easy too. And he says, yep, you're too small. With a steal, Hawkinson for 3. Ooh, that would have been a great sequence. Just cut down. 2 and shot. Not gonna drop there to the captain. Hawkinson doesn't want to take the easy shot. Some outside shots. Why not?
We got a double team coming. Tiki Sauce, what are you doing? It's an all-star game, but...
Ooh, coconut ball. That was coconut ball distance if he went down. Togashi gets fouled. And it's a 4-point play opportunity.
Makoto Hiyajima, he cannot believe it. He said, what's going on? I didn't even touch him, but those two teammates at the national team level, they featured in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers back in 2020, and they've grown up together. That is a bond they've got. But again, Hiyajima, I don't think he made too much contact there, Anthony.
I think it was a little bit of a good acting job from the Chiba Jets star. Now we're going to have a lot of substitutions in both these squads. A lot of new faces, platoon substitutions, except, of course, for Togashi, who's on the line. It's going to be a rare 4-point play. He's asking for the ball. He wants to take an easy shot, misses it, and
he didn't want to get subbed out.
that should count.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the referee gave him the ball. And everybody's moving towards the other side, so he says, yes, it counts. The black team was saying, look, we're still getting our substitutions in.
I think there was a provisional substitution because by him missing the free throw, he didn't get subbed out of the game, but I think he's going to go out now. So clever play by Tagashi.
A very clever play. We're having Kawamura being interviewed on the sideline. Here comes Seiya Ando in place of his captain, Yuki Togashi. You can only do those in-game interviews, Josh, during an all-star game, huh?
Oh, 100%. When the battle's going on, you're never going to get away with that one. You'd be in a lot of trouble, I think.
Getting away inside. Why not? Scott just entered. He's got 2 points.
I like what we're seeing right now. You got a representation of the teams who won the last 2 B-League championships. Utsunami Brex back in 2022. No, him in 2021. And also you got a lot of Golden Kings players here from last season. So it's the real best of the best in this All-Star game.
Yuki Togashi now having his time on the sidelines as Nabizato in. Setting up the shot from the outside. It's not going to drop for Ando. Yuki in the ball game as well. Look at this. Isaac Fotu, probably the easiest shot he's going to get in his entire career.
New Zealand international, but born in my country, the United Kingdom. His father, a professional rugby player from Tongan, and married a British woman. Great guy, Isaac Fotu.
Well, he's got 2 points already. Look at that ball. Swinging around, and Sakura's going to hit.
That's cool. Sharing is caring. Moving the ball and getting a wide open three-pointer. And even here in an all-star game, that counts. They love it.
We're going to have our first time out of the ball game. It's the white squad up by 10. Welcome back to the Okinawa Arena for our all-star game. It's the white squad up against the black team. Anthony Starr here together with Josh Bett. And Josh, so far, so good here.
Yeah, I'm interested to know why Dio Katani called that timeout because, you see how this game is going. Quite clearly, it's a very loose, relaxed game, but something he's clearly said to his players. I don't know if it's on the offense, but maybe that's what he called it for.
When he set up that play and 3 drops, cutting that lead down to 8. Looking for space on the outside. Great pass. They're looking for another 3 for Sakurai. Doesn't drop. That would have really brought the house down. Layup. Just passed on. Fotu doesn't want the easy shot. Let's take one from the outside. Saito hits.
That's tough, Anthony. Again, he just got that ball inside, kicked out for Borvas on another wide open 3-pointer.
Back-to-back threes, has cut his lead down to 4. Sakurai will send up Scott. Scott says, nope. No outside shot for me. Give me the dunk. The other side, a layup. Shiniyama.
It's a case where you ask where the defense is. You might need to go look in the lost and found at the moment because it's becoming way too easy for both these two teams.
That's for sure. Look, another open 3, yes! Sakurai 2 out of 3 from long distance. Big fan favorite, Sakurai. Now, Saito with a floater, he's got 5 points. Now Namisato trying to dazzle. Sets up Ando. Ando converts. That's a specialty of the house.
See, White's starting to heat up, Anthony, again. It's looking good for them at the moment.
Slam dunk there from one of the young budding stars, Kanichika. He's going to come up with a steal. Yoshi! Yes! Remember, we saw him yesterday in the slam dunk competition, Josh.
Oh, he was phenomenal yesterday. It was the performance he put on. I think, he felt maybe it was lucky to get to the final, but, take nothing away from him. As you mentioned, he was great yesterday.
The outside, they're egging him to shoot. He does. And he converts. Wow. Just an inside operator.
Loving the celebrations every time they knock down the 3 points like a soccer game at the moment.
Yes, it is. That was the toss to no one. Fotu says, I can hit the 3, just not that time.
And if he had made that 3-pointer, I would have been tweeting him and teased him. I've got such a good relationship with Isaac Foto. I want to see him make a 3-pointer today. That's my fellow Brit out there.
I hope that happens. Looking forward to that. Ando says, it's time to call home because I've hit 2 threes. Double team on the outside. Pass is not going to get inside to Fotu because a foul is going to be called on Namisato. That foul done just to be able to make sure that they send in a brand new 5.
I like what they're doing here, the 5 in, 5 out, because, you're enjoying the game, a little bit of relaxation, but, you keep the same 5s out there so nobody gets injured and everybody gets a bit of an equal time to be showcased.
Everybody's given equal time, as you said. Look at this, they're double teaming the inbounder. Did they send it to the other side? Easy layup there.
May have regretted that double team on the sideline, Anthony.
I was going to score. Ooh, Evans launches a 3. Cooley's in the ball game, picks up his first board. Streaking down court, and Yuichi will score. And he's asking for a foul. There was contact, Josh.
Definitely, no doubt about it. But I think he's going to try at some point go for that coconut ball shot tonight.
See if he does try that. Yamauchi inside, up and under move. Gets away from Kishimoto. And he says, you're too small.
I love the post up. I was about to say, where's he going to let him know how small he is?
Okay, here comes Kishimoto. Says, okay, I'm going to get it right back. Now I think you are too small. There he goes.
Oh, here we go. One more time. This is what you want to see. This is what you come for your money's worth.
Baby hook.
One more time, Anthony. Let's go.
You're not just small, you're tiny. Kishimoto can hit. That would have been a good reply. Let's see what Yamauchi opts to do. Does he call his own number? Coconut 3!
Well, I think that would have been icing on the cake for him because he's doing it against the man who won the three-point contest yesterday.
It would have been Cooley from downtown. They're asking for a foul as Evan gets knocked down.
I don't know what the odds are like on any of the gambling websites, but you might want to put some good numbers on fouls called today because we're not going to see many called today, Anthony, that's for sure.
That is a certainty. First quarter's done. And everybody here at the Okinawa Arena enjoying the festivities. We'll be back for a whole lot more in just a bit. Welcome back to the action. As you can see some of the highlights of the first quarter. Inside play, the two guards posting each other up. And it's 2-1 in favor of Yamauchi. If anybody's keeping count, John. During that break, a lot of the players actually joined in the festivities of dancing on the floor. Hawkinson was there, Shinoyama was there, Yamauchi joined in. Everybody just having so much fun here in Okinawa.
You also have to remember, there's a lot of expectation for these certain players, the teams they plumb, because most of them are representing clubs that are championship contenders. And there's a lot at stake when you're playing for a championship in the B.League. So now's a chance, you see the guys you're trying to go to war with every week. Now you're friends with just for the day. So that's why you can really enjoy the occasion, set back, relax. Not too much to stress about. Really good occasion here in Okinawa.
Jack Cooley there on the floor right now, and Yamauchi will be interviewed on the sideline as the game continues, of course. Second quarter just about ready to get underway. Kishimoto still on the floor. Yamauchi has been lifted, so we're not going to see that matchup inside the paint between these two feisty guards.
And I tell you what a matchup that was, because, if anything, you really want to see that in a regular season game. But that was something fun to watch. Two players, similar positions, playing in the post, trying to go for mid-range and pulling up for three-pointers. That's the good part of an all-star game. You have a little bit of fun, but also you can see some players, some personal battles they want to go at.
On the inside, easy layup. That was a round-robin shot. And the white team now up by 4. High-scoring affair inside. That's an easy layup. Keita Imamura. In for attack. No! They were going for the big slam. Doesn't work. Cooley. This is how you do it.
I don't think there's many players that want to get in the way and take a charge of Jack Cooley because he is just way too big and strong.
This one end up in the hospital. Shaking, baking. Tsuji. Imamura all over him. Imamura's going to be called for the foul, and Tsuji likes it.
I think they both like it at the moment.
Look at him swiping at that ball. Imamura says, come on, give me a break. Tsuji says, see, that's why you got to stick close to me or else I'll make you pay.
And that's at Imamura's house. Remember, house of the champion, a house of a big three-point shooter.
Hawkinson ties things up at 39 with a three of his own. I guess it's a matter of what you can do, I can do better. Get inside, couple of moves, short. Hawkinson pushing the board. Evan saying, it's not my day. Ball there.
Just a little bit too short, but may have turned down the temperature.
And they set things up. Nice slam there from Buford. Finally it worked that time. 2-point lead enjoyed by White. Imamura looking for space inside against a triple team. And Hawkinson nails that three-pointer to give his squad a 1-point lead right here.
Well, that just goes to show exactly why the Japanese national team, the Akatsuki 5, really wanted to change the naturalized player. I mean, there's a lot of things Hawkinson does to you, Anthony. Defends in the post, is a solid rim protector, good post-up player, but the ability for the big man to shoot three-pointers, that's the difference with him.
As you said, he's the prototypical big man right now. As a naturalized player for Japan. We got a ceasefire. We'll be back in a bit.
substitution, blue white, number 5, Tamura Yuki, number 12, Kanechika Len, number 32, Yamauchi Morningstar, number 40, Josh Scott. レフェリーから注意がありました。コート内でフラッシュを使用した撮影はおやめください。フラッシュ使わなければいいんですか？見て見ぬふりをすると言ってます。フラッシュ使用はおやめくださいということです。吉井選手。ジョース・スコット。さあここは比江島守対ジョース・スコットのマッチ。アンスポをアピールします比江島のこと。さあレフェリー協議しておりますが。ファウルはジョシュ・スコット。First personal, each first. IRS で先ほどのプレー検証しております。さあ果たしてどうなるんでしょうか。コート上ではノーマルファウルでしたがノーマルファウルのままです。比江島の誠は崩れ落ちました。なんてこった。記念撮影をしております。フラッシュ焚いてないので OK です。さあビルバックボール。さあこの2人ジョシュ・スコット。
Great action we're seeing once again here. Getting away, yes! And Scott says, I can cook too.
料理してやったぜ。
It's really picking up here as we approach the midway point of quarter number 2. Now it's big man against small man. And that's going to be too easy.
He was asking where the help.
I'm having nothing to do with that, huh, Josh?
He was asking where the help side defense was, but you're absolutely right. I don't think he was having any of that.
Help side defense today? Maybe not.
Non-concept today, is it?
Sakurai left open. He wants another 3. He's now 2 out of 4 from that distance. Yoshi picks up the board, and nobody's following him down court. It's him against 5 white shirts. Here come the teammates. The pass goes to the referee. Yajima saying, why don't you get out of the way? You're part of the court. If it hits you, it stays in the court. The referee got out of the way, went straight out.
Wondering if the referee's wearing a gray t-shirt. Probably Hiyajima's like, listen, you're a mix of both of the colors we're wearing. Which team are you on right? Oh no, it's gold. Okay, it doesn't work.
There was that pass. It was in between, and you see the referee step out of the way. If it hit him, that would have stayed in bounds. And Isaac Fotu could have picked that up and hit that 3 you're looking for, Josh.
Oh, I tell you, Anthony, if that happens right now, that will be history in the making, because I don't think he's ever hit a three-pointer in his pro career. But no, I love the guy to bits. I always wind him up, I always tease him, but he is one hell of a basketball player. A B.League champion, for that matter.
4:54 to be played. We're going to step back. No, let's take a look at these highlights and enjoy them together. Josh Scott there with a slam. 1-1 up against Makoto.
Those two used to be teammates. Remember, it was that epic season when they went to that big final. They took down, in the end, it was the Ruku Golden Kings. And you got to think, that time they beat the Ruku Golden Kings in the final, it was the growing pains of the Kings that led them to win the championship this season, or this past season, excuse me.
Well, that's what they say. That's what you've got to do. You've got to go to the entire route. It's very hard to be able to just come in with a new squad and win the championship outright.
Oh, absolutely. You got to remember as well, Dio Katani, you know, a very experienced coach in Japan. You know, he started coaching back in 2005 when it was known as the Basketball Japan League. You know, he'd won 2 championships in that time. I think it was with the Iwate Bulls. But bringing in an experienced coach like that who knows this league, knows the culture, he could fit the pieces. Alan Durham was a big signing, so was Jack Cooley. But, you know, I can see the same probably happen to Chiba Jets. Maybe not this season, but definitely in the future with a guy like John Patrick.
And John Patrick has things in place, and he knows it's just a matter of time.
Well, Andy, what's very interesting to you about this game, John Patrick is coaching one of his former players in Europe, Dwayne Evans, that man there on the left. Dwayne Evans played for John Patrick when they made a Final Four of the FIBA Basketball Champions League. And on the other team, Jack Cooley, John Patrick also coached him back in Europe back in 2015. So a lot of his former players he's coaching against here in the B-League.
A lot of familiarity as Yuki Togashi back on the floor, takes a long 3, not going to work. Ooh, Yamauchi didn't want to have anything to do with that shot. Togashi. Back rims that one. Some more interviews being held on the sideline. There, Judai Baba. We're focused on the action here as Yoshii has to bring it inside against the tough defense of Togashi. Togashi holding on to him as best he could.
I like the response when the referee called the foul. Togashi looked at him and said, "Are you kidding me?"
That's the only way you're going to be able to stop him from that close.
Oh, but no doubt, Togashi probably the most exciting player in the Japanese B-League in the past few years. But, you know, it's interesting with him because the more that he gives to his team, there's a lot more than just being an offensive output player and also being a facilitator. John Patrick refers to him as the sheriff. So you know he's a spiritual leader for the Chiba Jets.
Okay, my question now is, does that count for a 1 or for a 2?
That should be a 2 in my mind, yeah. That's what Kishimoto's saying.
Kishimoto's saying the same thing. Going for the block there.
He's definitely got bunnies.
I'm looking at the scoreboard now and wondering how that's going to count. They say just 1 point. Off that interference. Double team. Escapes it. Evans with a slam off an assist from Buford. Here comes the black team. As we are tied at 51. Why not another 3? Yes!
Yeah, it's all about the celebrations after the three-pointers. If you ever watch a game of English soccer, you see the same thing when someone scores a goal. Some new things we're learning about these players, Anthony.
Yes, we are. All having fun. 3-3-3 on the board there. And he knew it was going in even before it hit rock bottom. Everybody having fun here. Yuma Fuji is going to have his own spotlight. Get inside, Evans. Yamauchi, long 3. No. Makoto gives it up. For defense once again. The smallest man on the floor.
He's picking on the little guy right now. Tagashi's not going to back down.
Is that a charge? Is it a charge? It is. We're going the other way.
It's a case of knowledge and wisdom is the ultimate weapon there. You can see Tagashi's got no chance to guard him in the post, but hey, take the charge, but maybe a little bit of a sell there in my opinion.
Okay, give him the Oscar award. And Nakao saying, okay, what can I do? You're a veteran. You're a real superstar of Japanese basketball, and I'm still on my way there. He's gonna take his licks. Buford. Easy layup there.
I don't know about you, Anthony, but he faked me out on that one. I was waiting for the ball to go in the corner.
I thought he was looking for a three. Shinoyama can't hit from three. Well, I think of the white team. Yuichi will give it up. Asking him to take that three. And he obliges. And he says, you see, that's why I don't take threes.
Just a little bit flat there, but you know, it's interesting because you talk about his veteran years. It's something that he used to actually do quite well, but I guess it's come with age. I don't know.
But shooting is really something you don't lose.
Oh, I agree with you, yeah.
Well, maybe just for that instance that you said. Give me another opportunity somewhere down the line.
Well, no doubt he's going to get one in this game, that's for sure.
55, 54, just about 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Shinoyama gives it up. I'm surprised he did, but doesn't matter. His teammate Fuki Saito hits another three. They go under, forcing that three. Not gonna work. Shinoyama definitely traveled.
Get away with that
And
one.
the referee say it doesn't matter.
What I like about this game as well, Anthony, we're seeing some players get some nice little throwdowns that we wouldn't normally see in a game. I'm starting to wonder if Togashi's going to throw it down at some point.
Oh, that's something that would have been for the ages. But Togashi says, let's go back to my specialty first. As we have our photographer, Yamauchi, doing double duty here this afternoon. It's another three.
Oh, get out of here. Get
Hook
out
to the
of
ball
here.
distance.
Why wasn't he in the three-point contest?
Should have been. Coconut three of his own? No. That's there, right by the coconuts. Right by the coconut trees. Let's see, Jack Cooley, no, he's not going to hoist from there. Shinoyama will lay it up. Jack Cooley thought it was going to be a kiss off the glass for a slam for Jack. Another long one. Not going to drop.
Have to find something different here, but 4 seconds difference between the game and shot clock for the Team Black. White will get it back at some point.
Shinoyama. Fake. And fake. And fake. And threw it up. And missed.
Oh, come on, Cooley. Come on, Cooley.
Yes! Just in the nick of time.
It's the hair gel. It's all about the hair gel. The man with the most beautiful haircut in all of Japan hits his three-pointer.
That is going to end second quarter hostilities. And the black squad, courtesy of that last second three from Jack Cooley, got a 6-point lead at 67-61.
Okinawa アリーナではおなじみ、そして今回のオールスターゲームでも幾度となく選手がチャレンジしております。このヤシコスが描かれた位置から放つロングシュート、通称ココナッツ3を決めるドリームショットチャレンジ。見事決めた暁にはナイス選手も広げることできちゃいます。どうか皆さん、息を飲んで見届けてください。 show. This is Thunder Coconuts 3 Challenge! Let's go! さあ、はい。先ほど距離と、もう遠くからどんなにどんな打てるか合戦になってましたけどもね。そうですね。はい。ということで、じゃあ早速、幸運の挑戦者、呼んでみましょうか。呼んでみましょう。はい。通常5月に決めるドリームショートチャレンジ、見事シュートを決めた暁にはナイスな賞金をゲットしていただきます。この方でございます。どうぞ。2名来ていただきました。じゃあ、お名前から伺ってもよろしいでしょうかね。戸口正直です。戸口正直さん、そして、
野口亮です。
親子の出場となっておりますけれども、どうですか、まずちょっとお気持ちの方。
もう素晴らしい選手の、ゲームを見て、それだけでも興奮しているのに、さらに今、緊張、すいません、めっちゃ仕事をしております。
これ本当にしております。さあ、じゃあチャレンジはお父さんでよろしいでしょうか。じゃあ、お父さんに向けてメッセージを一言お願いします。
頑張って商品をゲットしてください。
そうなりますからな。ゲットしてください。そうなります。こうなりますね。この会場のこのプレッシャーよりも息子からのこのピュアな眼差しがね、一番のプレッシャーになると思いますが、まっすぐ見ております。まっすぐ見ております。さあ、そしてグッズはこちらでございます。メモリアル詰め合わせグッズとなっております。大きく持ってるよ。これですよ。はい、こちらです。メモリアルグッズ詰め合わせセット。ということで、じゃあルールをグッズに説明させていただきます。改めまして。チャレンジした方に言っていただくんですけど、ルールは合ってないようなもの、こちら、このヤシの木からあそこにゴールさせるだけの、言っております。よろしいでしょうか。それでは参りましょう。準備を整えてください。よろしくお願いいたします。さあ、ウィザーズ選手のユニフォームを着てチャレンジします。ではチャンスは1回でございます。みんなで一緒に僕のレディーに合わせてゴーでやっていただきましょう。Ready, go! OK! でも素晴らしかった。素晴らしい。ネットにタッチしましたよ。もうちょっと長ければね、もうほぼ成功したと言ってもいいでしょう。ほぼ成功でございます。さあ、頑張ったお父さんに一言お願いします。そうだよね。この目詰まっている。今のお子さんのこの無言のうなずきを見ていかがですか。
練習不足です。すいませんでした。
いえ、素晴らしいシュートでございました。当時の役にもう一度大きな拍手をお願いします。ありがとうございました。以上、ココナッツフリーチャレンジでした。ありがとうございます。引き続きよろしく。さあ、続いては皆さんに華やかなエンターテインメントをお送りします。今日ここまでだけしか見ることができません。B.Leagueを代表するオールスターチャレンジャーによるレディケットエディションオールスターチアーズスペシャルパフォーマンス。 Thank you, All-Star Cheers!
一人練習をする背中があった。夢が遠のいていく不安と戦う人を富士通は ICT で応援してきました。先の見えない日々を照らした技術で今度は未来を照らしていく。思いをつなぎ夢を紡ぐことのできる社会へ、富士通も共に挑みます。不安を強さに変えていけ。
その熱い思いを止めるな、進め、未来を切り開け。日本郵便は B リーグを応援しています。その悔しさを乗り越え、遥かなる高みへ、未来を切り開け。私たち日本郵便は B リーグを応援しています。
響き合うよ僕らは、少しずつ彩ってゆく。支えたいよいつでも君を探してる。
進化を続けるスポーツくじが日本のすべてのスポーツを支えています。新しいスポーツくじウィナー、それは売上の一部があなたのお気に入りのクラブに還元され、あなたとクラブの絆を強くします。さあスポーツにエールを。それは新しい応援の形ウィナー。くじを買うはエールになるスポーツくじ。
それではここで B リーグパートナーズをご紹介いたします。 B リーグトップパートナーソフトバンク、 B リーグパートナーズ富士通、日本郵便、 G ショック、日本生命、 B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズ朝日新聞、日本経済新聞社、大塚製薬、野村工芸社、 EY ジャパン、ヤフー、エニタイムフィットネス、アンシャルデザイン、 B リーグサプライヤーズ、モルテン、アガストリア、 B リーグエンターテインメントパートナーソニーミュージックエンターテインメント、B リーグコミュニケーションパートナーライン、 B リーグスポーツ振興パートナースポーツくじウィナー。以上 B リーグパートナーズのご紹介でした。続きまして B リーグオールスターゲームパートナーおよび B リーグオールスターゲームローカルパートナーをご紹介いたします。 B リーグオールスターゲームパートナーアディダスジャパン、 B リーグオールスターゲームローカルパートナーカード げばルーレット。以上、各社の協賛により B リーグオールスターゲームウィークエンド2024 in 沖縄が開催されます。
さあこの時間は会場ビジョンに皆さんの姿を映し出していきますよ。
Let's enjoy some of the highlights here from the first 2 quarters of play of our all-star game here between Team Black and Team White. Definitely so many highlights already, and we're only gone 20 minutes here.
I think your question was answered at the beginning of the game, Anthony. How much defense is going to be played today? But, so far it's been fun watching them. And, it's a good camaraderie between those two former champions together at Utsunami and Brex. But as I mentioned, every week these guys go to war to try and chase that championship. And today they can all enjoy each other's presence.
This today is all for the fans, just like it was yesterday. Fuji hit that 3. Saito got in on the fun as well, hitting 2 threes. That was that coconut shot. They should get that 4 points, Josh.
I think this needs to be clipped on social media. I've seen Jack Cooley make 1 3 in his career so far, Anthony. We witnessed a little bit of history for the second time.
That's going to help give his squad a slight edge. And I'm sure if you see the numbers, 2-point distance will be exceptionally high once again. But we got this interview first. Unfortunately, we were not privy to that interview. It would have been nice to see what these two gentlemen had to say, Josh. But anyway, everybody's still having as much fun as they possibly can, making sure they give back to the fans here today.
There was the missed, not quite a missed dunk attempt, but that's a highlight in itself. But, Anthony, I think some of these players probably play up in the north of Japan in some beautiful cities, but this time of year, quite cold. Moment probably enjoying a little bit of sunshine and healthy Okinawa-shi weather.
This is the place to be. If you want to kick back and enjoy, that's what these players are doing. As far as they're concerned, it's been All-Star Week, not just a weekend.
Well, fascinating story about Yuki Togashi, originally from the city of Niigata, the home of the Niigata Albirex, but also went to the United States to play high school. Didn't get any NCAA Division I or II college offers, but then made history becoming the first Japanese player in the B-League ever to be the $1 million player, making over $1 million per season. So just goes to show anything is possible no matter what challenges or adversity you go in life.
Oh, that's for sure. And he set a pattern now for some of these youngsters to be able to try to follow. Not just all about the NBA roots. Make a great living and showcase your talents anywhere around the world. But a lot of the players, we talked about this yesterday, are really trying to make Japan their home now.
And you know what? I'm going to pay Japan the same homage I always pay to the Philippines, because like Togashi, he wanted to go to the USA for high school. But the academies now, the youth development programs, like you would have in the UAAP with the Antonio Junior programs, the Sao development programs, young players, not even Japanese, are going to Japan to play in this structure. And of course, it just goes to show the testament of how far this game has developed.
Basketball has grown by leaps and bounds in the last couple of years. Central spots. That's a matchup I'd like to see Kawamura up against Hawkinson as they give each other a shove. Will they try to post up Hawkinson? Why not? Kawamura says thank you for giving it up. Fotu! No.
Almost got it. Almost got it.
Kawamura! Yes! You have not seen my speed? Let me show it to you right now.
Trying to figure out who's quicker, Kawamura, maybe Togashi, maybe Kishimoto. They're all lightning fast.
He sets up. He sets up. Double clutches. Puts up a three and misfires. Fotu taps it to himself. Cooley, another three? Yes!
That is history itself. 2 threes in one game for Jack Cooley, the man with the most beautiful hair.
Many of those 2 big threes from Jack Cooley. Yoshii to Fotu against a triple team. Hawkinson.
Japan's naturalized player. The question will be, will he feature for the Akatsuki's 5 coming up in February? Big time for Japanese basketball, as we mentioned.
The beauty of Japanese basketball is they have so many naturalized players, and so their head coach can actually pick and choose who he wants. As Cooley puts up another three, you gotta be kidding me.
I was just about to say the same thing, Anthony. Great minds think alike. You gotta be kidding me. 3 threes for Jack Cooley.
This is my house. This is my specialty. Well, it's raining threes to start out the third quarter. Don't tell me he's gonna take another one.
Get out of here.
4 for Jack Cooley.
That is incredible.
Togashi, double team there. Cooley having the time of his life. That was one of his 4 threes. There was another one. And here was his 4th. So he's hit 3 straight threes here in the third.
think Alan Durham may be watching this game right now and thinking, big man, why are you posting up every week? We got a championship to retain. Get your backside on the perimeter.
Let's see if they do change strategies now entering the second half. Well, that's something for him to think about. You see Coach Dai saying, did I just see what I saw?
You gotta love Jack Cooley, former NBA player, Notre Dame University, spent some time in Europe and Italy and Germany, but again, he really has, as you mentioned, made Japan. And again, Anthony, referee moving out the way, that's not acceptable.
Stay inside.
Ref's gotta get
Let
teed
the
up
ball
for that.
hit you. But yeah, you're talking about Jack Cooley, a great individual. There's another throw. Wow. That's the third time it's happened. Second time to Hiyajima.
Are they targeting the referees now? Are they trying to hit them?
I think so. Open three, not going to work, but easy put back there.
Beautiful.
Showcasing his dribbling skills. Imamura puts up a long one. No.
Might be the biggest lead of the game.
Can do that, huh?
Oh, no, absolutely, yeah, but it's starting to win now for Team White. It's quite a big deficit. Well, I think going to see them turning up a little bit.
A couple of easy layups inside should help their cause, but it's a layup inside for Yoshii to extend this lead to 15. That will definitely help.
We're going to see the same volume as yesterday in the Rising Stars game. The amount of three-pointers in at the moment. You can see the players in a good groove, but quite a few turnovers we've seen from poor passes.
Well, I think we are going to breach the 100-point mark here in the third.
And checking in for B.League number 7, Shinoyama, Yusei, and number 0,
Together with
Fujiyama.
Tadashi. The showman, Ryusei Shiniyama, back in. Together with Ren Kanichika. Kanichika's going to bring it in. Smart play.
He just
Get some
elevated.
easy twos, get back in the ballgame.
Bit of bunnies on that one, Anthony. I like that. You can see just these springs.
Now they're going to go back to the outside. That's a new game of basketball now. Get another easy two. Buford inside. So he stays outside as Evans looks for a three once again. He'll pick up that board. He says, let me take matters into my own hands. Doesn't work. Now Buford. That means 8, Josh.
I don't think anybody again wants to get in the way to take a charge today. If someone takes a charge today, I would be very surprised.
Open three, no. Now nobody wants to take the shot. Hiyajima gives it up high. Shiniyama to the corner. And finally, Imafuji hits.
Things come to those who wait. Nobody wanted to shoot it. They got a three in the end. Oh, my Lord.
The white team doing the smart thing. Okay, take some threes even if you don't make it. We're going to take some easy twos and get right back in this one.
Stepping the defense up. Coming up with a steal here.
Three on the way, not going to work. Shiniyama passes to the wrong individual. Inside Evans. Now just 7.
He's really become the face of the Hiroshima Dragonflies. I mean, he's really become a native if you think about it. They absolutely love him in that city.
What's not to love, Josh? He's going to rim out for Hiyajima. That's why he doesn't want to take it. Must be one of those days for Makoto.
That's That's what I call a dragonfly there. You're absolutely right. What's not to love about this man? Everything. That's what it is.
Lead is down to 4.
Step back,
Step back, ready for initiative. Bring it back up to 7. I'm not quite sure they are going to reach the 100-point mark here in the third. Another fake.
直撃しのようです。
What's going on here?
Is that a 5-second violation? Yes, it is.
I believe it is, but I think that might be a dance routine at some point. They're going around in circles.
Wait, aren't you supposed to be called for a 5-second violation if you're under duress?
I believe so.
There was nobody harassing him. They were all around him, doing a dance.
You may have just been subbed out for the turnover as well.
Exactly. That's what you get.
JP's not happy.
Sit your butt down here. Rough start in the ball game. Pressure up high. Namizato's gonna score. No, he won't. He blows the triple. Under 3 minutes to be played. 89-82 is our tally. No, he asked for a defender. He wants Namizato. And he doesn't score often.
Too confident on that one.
Be careful what you ask for. And Imamura gives it up. We don't want that basketball anymore. Yejima gets it right back. And will misfire. Scott with the rebound. Down by 5. Now just down by 3.
Down by 13 at one point. They got themselves back in this game, and you're starting to see a little bit more anticipation from the white team on defense.
The black team I thought was going to go for an easy 2. Just to give themselves a little bit more space. And then misfires. Takeuchi pushes it forward. Sakurai will get his team to within 1. That might be a timeout going to be called here by Coach Daio Kitani.
Yeah, I think he's seen enough at the moment. I think, guys, look, we're here to have fun, but we can't be losing this game like this.
Coast to coast drive. Sakurai with the layup. Turning that lead to just 1. A minute 46 remaining here in the third. Back to third quarter action of the All-Star game here. Makoto Yejima will be interviewed as we continue on with the game. It's the black team against the white. The 1-point lead enjoyed by Team Black at 89-88.
I think Daio Kitani called that timeout probably just to have a little bit more structure in their offense. Guys, we've had a bit of fun now, but let's try and get back in the lead. There you go.
They're going to increase that lead with a coconut 3.
Again, he wanted the three-point competition yesterday, but had he made that coconut 3, it would have been more epic, I think.
Yes, it would have been. Namizato gets away and blows another one from point-blank range. He can't believe it. Another one. Just short. Lead is still at 4. So we may not make the 100 mark. Not yet. At least. That rims out for Namisato. Everybody going for the coconut 3. Failing that time.
Well, they don't want a bit of Kishimoto syndrome in them, but again, he's not going to be dropping easily. Whoa, my lord.
You can see what Kaneshika's doing, saying, okay, take those 3s. We're going to take the easy 2s and come right back in this one.
You know, he reminds me of a very young Rudy Fernandez, how he runs the floor. But, you know, Anthony, the bunnies on this man when he dunks, it's incredible.
No question about it. He can really get up there. Here's Namisato. Scott slams it through, and we are tied at 92.
Clear the runway. Clear the runway.
Gonna go for the last shot. At the very least, they're gonna get into the 4th, tied here with their opponents. Kishimoto steps back, does what he does best, but just misfires that time. And so we're gonna head into the 4th quarter. Deadlock, all squared, 92 apiece. Fourth and final quarter is upon us here at the Okinawa Arena as we have the final quarter of play for All-Star Weekend here at Deadlock at 92. So I guess Josh, the team that decides to play a little bit of defense, just might come out the winner here today.
Well, you made this point yesterday, and it was a very good point that you made, Anthony. You know, I think when you get to the first 3 quarters, you want to relax, get into a good rhythm, enjoy yourself. But at some point, somebody's either going to want to win the MVP, win the competition, and finalizing it, you know, to the very end, of course. So this might be the quarter where we start to see teams start to pick it up a little bit better on both ends of the floor.
Let's see if things tighten up. Stepping to the man zone here. Team Black, and it's going to be one of the first few fouls we have seen all throughout the afternoon. Misato's going to hit the line. Kishimoto saying, come on. Misato did play for the Golden Kings at one point in time, and he is from Okinawa. He'll come up with a miss.
Many people would love to call this beautiful town, this beautiful island home, of course, but you guys imagine playing for the Ruku Golden Kings. Sometimes a little bit nervy when you come and play in front of your home crowd, and at the moment they're jeering him.
He misses both. Wow. Can't hit. But John Patrick enjoying himself. Kishimoto hits that one, and John Patrick said, hey guys, we gotta play a little bit of D.
Well, shout out to
Down by
Coach
3.
John Patrick's not usually very relaxed very often. Bless him. Great guy, but as you mentioned, it's a testament to the event that he's quite relaxed here.
Kishimoto puts up another one and hits, and that lead is up to 6.
B.League 3-point champion doing what he does best, making it rain from all over parts of the floor.
And you see, G comes up with the foul there. As he says, no easy baskets. Not anymore. Nice switch there from Kishimoto. The white team sends a little bit more firepower courtesy of their team captain, Yuki Togashi. Togashi will misfire though. Against a double team. Kishimoto gets away. Puts up another long one. That would have really brought the cheers at a different level. Long 3 doesn't work. Kawamura and Togashi coming up with blanks. Look inside. They'll bring it around for Shinuyama. To his teammate, and why not? Another one from Kishimoto.
He's on fire right now, Anthony. He may not miss another 3-pointer.
Shinuyama finds Hawkinson. Hawkinson with a slam. And that lead, just like that, is up to 11. Kawamura sets up Togashi. Flyby. Not gonna work. Hawkinson pushes it forward. Why not another 3? At that time though. Basket and one opportunity of the foul from Kishimoto.
I was just about to ask where was the contact there, of course, but no doubt for sure it's a foul, but you wouldn't expect that one to be called in this game, but I guess it's a way to kind of get White back into this one.
Smart play from Sakurai, and now a timeout is going to be called. Another timeout here. Boy, now I think the coaches are showing that yes, they do want to win this ball game. Sakurai looking to complete the 3-point play. And does.
Cuts it down to 8 points, and again, just gives them a little bit of something to play for here at the moment. But, you got to remember, Anthony, as well, both John Patrick and Dio Gotani, those two coaches met in the final last year. So, JP, I know, is a very competitive coach. He'll definitely want to get this victory tonight.
Let's see what the instructions are from these two coaches. There's a steal. An easy lay-in. It's going to cut the lead down to 6. That was a bit of defense shown there by Team White. Three-pointer not going to work. Evans to the rebound. They're going to look for the easy lay-ins. Gotta get right back in this one.
The big thing here about John Patrick was bringing Evans back into the game. Yes, it's all about having fun, but this is how you know he wants to win the game.
Almost a steal there from Buford. And you can see even Evans tapping that ball out, making sure there are no easy passes in the interior. Shot clock down to 7. Short that time from Cooley. Mr. Three-pointer missing. Buford gets fouled there by Isaac Fotu.
Remind me how many 3 points does Cooley have? Is it 4 or is it 5?
I believe
Big
it's
like
4,
42, Isaac
which actually is
Fotu.
a career high for him already. I think 2 might be a career high.
I'll send him a message at the end of the game and find out. Of course, that is incredible.
And Buford's gonna miss that first free throw. To the delight of the crowd. There's another block. Is that 1 point, 2 points? Again.
We'll get the same question. We're going to be asking questions to. We don't get the answer to, do we? Excuse me, but if he wants a career in volleyball after basketball, he can definitely go for that as well, I believe.
Well, they didn't add anything to the score line. Oh, now they do. They added 1. Okay. So it's a 1 point. Cooley going back to what he does best. Inside, will come up short though. White team can tie him with a 3 here. Chuji does it.
We're locked up at 103 now. It's a ball game, Anthony.
They sneakily came back here, Josh. Getting a lot of those easy 2s. You can see the black team still opting to go to the outside. Yoshi saying, I was hammered. Left, right, front and center.
I'm still disappointed that my guy Isaac Fotu's not going for a 3-pointer. Come on, man, let's go. Pick it up. I want to see Fotu do one of those traditional New Zealand 3s.
There we go.
Get in there! Get in there! Representation from the United Kingdom. My guy, Isaac Fotu, for 3. I see you, Isaac.
There you go. You ask, and he delivers.
Anthony, we have witnessed history on multiple occasions today. Cooley and now Fotu for 3.
Tied once again at 106. Bit of defense. Looked out below and scoring there is Buford once again. It's a 2-point lead this time for Team White. We're going to be tied on that easy lay-in from Jack Cooley. Now we're going to see some defense. Chuji. Yes! Turns around. Says, not just Steph Curry can do that, so can I. Saying stepping on the sideline. I'd like to see that turnaround here from Chuji. Here it is. He knew it. He knew it.
Watch a game like this, you're like a kid in a candy store. The plethora of 3-point shooters. I mean, it's incredible because, you know this as well, Anthony. You've been covering B.League for a very long time. This is how these teams do play in their regular season games. They are a volume 3-point shooting league.
Yes, they are, and they can definitely hit from there. That is one of the top shooters in the league, and he's showing you just why. Hit that first one, tie things up at 106, and then this one, turning around.
About the celebration, something we are getting a new experience today of. I love this. Absolutely love the occasion.
It is now a 3-point advantage for the white squad. Just about 2.5 minutes ago. Under 5 minutes to be played here. final 4:55 of All-Star Weekend festivities for the B-League. We've had so much fun, Josh. It's hard to say goodbye.
I tell you what, it just goes to show the modern game of basketball. You know, you're currently in the Philippines, I'm in London right now, but we're calling the All-Star game in Japan. It doesn't get any better than this. Of course, you bring in all walks of life to this arena, the Okinawa arena, players from the USA, from Europe, from Japan, from Asia. It doesn't get any better than that. I think the only next step is you and I maybe need to go live to Okinawa so we can enjoy a bit of sunshine.
That is something I'd like, for sure. Need to get a cooperation from the B-League. As we take a look at Shinoyama coming out under one of the mascots. Well, he's a real character. And a heck of a player as well. Buford to the wing. Open three. That's going to work.
White running away with the game now. They're running away with it. This might be their game.
6-point lead enjoyed here by Team White. Three, rattles through. This is going to be an exciting finish. Making that look so easy there was Evans.
Now everybody's on fire.
Kaho. Inside to Cooley. Exact same thing Team White did a while ago. Going for some easy two-pointers. Steal. 3-on-1 break. For a three. Cooley. Touch it last.
He's not getting the home court calls at this point.
Now we're going to have a brand new five coming in here. Essentially, this might be the starting five. The black team. Are they going to look for the review? Yes, they will, to see who touched it last. That was a head coach challenge from Coach Dai.
Well, Dayo Kitani not messing around either. When a head coach's challenge is used in an all-star game, you know it's competitive at that point.
Well, Jack probably whispered in his ear and said, I didn't touch it last. It should be our ball.
Those two, obviously, a very good relationship, winning the championship together. Jack Cooley coming to this league back in 2019. So, again, why not? Your best players call for it, go for it, but it's very unsuccessful.
Successful challenge. And Jack says, okay, my bad. Come on, Jack Cooley. Nice, says, okay, I'm listening to him today. 4-point lead enjoyed by the white squad. They've got possession. 3.5 to be played. Baba, another one? No. That was a brick that time. Will they go for the easy shot inside? They'll go for a floater.
As sweet as it was, beautiful play by Kishimoto.
Now Buford. Sets up Evans. No. Shinoyama loving it. For the lead. Buford to the ball. Passing it forward. Still an assist.
Make something out of nothing there because they almost turned it over. Great job by Yude Baba.
4-point lead enjoyed as we have 2.5 to be played. Got the lead down to 1. They push it forward. They try to use some clock. Get the better shot here. Evans. Step back over. Hawkinson, no.
That's good defense by Hawkinson.
Catch. Shoot. And the miss goal. Hawkinson says, this is how you do it. You get too strong though. They'll get the easy 2 points.
Consistently going for three-pointers, but cutting it down a 2-point ball game. Maybe need to go inside the paint if they're going to come back.
They did. Awamura says, let's give us a better lead. 5.
I don't know about you, Anthony, but Kawamura is kind of like the Jason Castro of Japanese basketball. Good perimeter shooting, but he's lightning fast, so quick.
I agree with you. He could be the blur here for Japan.
But let me tell you something right now. Shout out to Jason Castro, one of my favorite players in international basketball. True warrior.
Kawamura says, okay, stop talking about Castro. I'm the Castro here of the B-League. Hits 2 big threes, Josh. That's a huge advantage nowadays. Right back.
There's another comparison I want to make here. His range, I got to compare him to the great Jimmy Alapag. Go to that game against Argentina in 2014, Anthony. I know you remember Alapag in that one.
Yes, I do. On the outside. Now, a big chance for the black team to come right back in this one. Especially if this goes down. It does!
It's a ball game. It's a ball game. 1 minute to go.
125, 123, under a minute to be played here in this all-star game for 2024. Evans. In his own hands. He'll give it up. They're inside. They're going to lose possession. Imamura comes away with it, looking for the tie. They're not going for the tie. They want the win. Kishimoto's going to come up short. Would be called there. The right place at the right time was Ando. They didn't want the tie. They had the layup. They wanted the lead. They wanted the outright victory. No timeout's going to be called here.
Crowd definitely want these free throws to be missed because they know that their Ruki Golden Kings players are featuring for Team Black. So a lot of pressure on these free throws.
Of an all-star game. For the white squad with no fouls.
Cool as you like. That's composure right there. True professional. Maybe an all-star game, but the home crowd want him to miss this free throw.
He's looking around saying, I've been in tougher situations.
It's just like on the crowd.
This to make it a 2-possession ball game in the all-star game. Oh, he's trying to kiss it off the glass. A chance to tie here. They're not tied. Oh, so close. Once again. Kawamura heading to the line. Double checking there with Coach John Patrick. What do I do? Do I kiss it off the glass as well?
I think Patrick's message is going to be, hey, you better make one of these. Make it a 2-possession ball game.
That's true.
You got one job. Just one job. That's it. Nothing else.
Before number 5, Kamala Yuki, put it to the line, taking 2 shots.
Let's get our business in the first.
Patrick breathes a huge sigh of release right there. He knows he's going to leave with the victory now.
Unless we have another 3-point barrage coming here from Team Black. 14.4 seconds. It's an eternity of basketball. Makes the second as well. A timeout will be called by Coach Dai. No timeout. Coach Dai has already sent in the play.
Well, Dai's players are going to have to go for a 3 quickly, and if they make it, they're going to have to try and double team before committing a foul because it would tell potentially could go to 2 possessions.
And that's going to be it. ball game.
Big
The
turnaround
white
here
team
for
is
Team
going to
White.
win this one by 5.
Huge turnaround.
試合終了です。
Yuki Togashi and the rest of the white team will sneak away with a victory here, but nonetheless, an exciting encounter between these two squads.
That was a good game, of course. I think one thing we saw better in the second half was, a better shot selection from the perimeter, but also it's also fun to see some of these players come up with some great moves and take some of those acrobatic three-point moves. Because as we mentioned, this is the Japanese B.League, a high-volume three-point percentage league. So for sure, it was a great occasion.
You can see the quarter scoring there. High-scoring 4 quarters. Why not? These are all terrific offensive stars.
I think ultimately what some of the viewers on YouTube will be wondering about, the style of this All-Star game. The biggest thing is that the fans are happy. They're filling out the arena. They're coming in. You're seeing fans wearing jerseys of some of the teams these players play for. And that's a sign of a healthy professional basketball market. And that's why it's grown at an exponential rate in Japan. Fans are filling out arenas. You're getting more TV coverage. Shows the popularity.
And as they say, the best is still yet to come, Josh. We've got the MVP vote on Twitter, or X as it's now called.
That's funny because I went to the B.League Twitter and I couldn't find the MVP vote. Someone's trying to hide that link from me.
Interesting to see who the fans will choose as the MVP out of those 4 individuals up there. Are they actually praying for the winner?
Well, there's one of your candidates right there. I mean, he had a very good game today, but I think it would be fitting. Number one, it has to go to probably a player from the white team because they won. So I would say, in my mind, Kawamura is going to win this one. That's my personal opinion.
Especially after he hit those timely threes and those last 2 free throws. Everybody holding their breath. Who will it be? What does X say?
公開記者会見で安藤聖也選手からのアリウープパスを決めきるということと必ず勝つというふうに宣言していましたが両方成し遂げました。Congratulations for the win today.
Thank you. It was a great time tonight.
So you made a promise yesterday to make the alley-oop from Sayer and to win. You made it, boss. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I wanted to come out here and compete. I wanted to come out here and fulfill that promise, and we got the win.
とてもいい気分です。約束したことを達成できて非常に嬉しく思っていますということです。ビフォード選手でした。さあ続いて河村選手にお伺いいたします。河村選手、勝ち切りました。最後ものすごい時間帯になりましたけれども、まず勝利大事なことだったと思います。
そうですね。本当にそれが一番だったかなと思います。
勝負どころでのスリーもありました。楽しみましたか？
はい、楽しかったです。
沖縄の皆さんのちょっとエネルギー久しぶりに日本代表以来で感じられたんじゃないでしょうか？
そうですね。ちょっとアウェーな感じはありましたけど、それも本当に僕自身素晴らしい経験だったんじゃないかなと思います。
ありがとうございます。河村選手にお伺いしました。
さあコート上では MVP 候補選手のインタビューが続いておりますが、ここで投票タイム終了となります。これより投票集計に入ってまいります。では引き続き MVP 候補選手のインタビュー聞いてまいりましょう。谷沢さんお願いします。
はい、続いてジョシュ・ホーキンソン選手にお伺いいたします。お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様です。
沖縄に帰ってプレーするのは日本代表でプレーして以来、ちょっとオールスターだとリラックスできると思ったんですが、最後はかなり激しい戦いになりました。
いや、とてもリラックスしていました。ありがとうございます。みんなエナジーは本当にすごかったと思います。
ありがとうございます。ジョシュ・ホーキンソン選手。さあ、そして岸本隆一選手にお伺いいたします。もうこの完成です。昨日スリーポイントコンテストを制して今日もオールスタースリーポイント決め、ココナッツスリーも決めました。最後惜しいショットもありましたが、振り返っていかがでしょう。
はい、最後外したことにすごく責任を感じてます。はい、本当にレギュラーシーズンと同じような緊張感で、でもすごく楽しかったです。はい、
やっぱりひときわ大きな歓声、今もファンの皆さんのリアクションもそうですけども、この歓声を受けてオールスターでプレーするっていうのはまた別格なんじゃないでしょうか。
はい、本当リーグのトッププレーヤーたちと一緒にいつもとは違った雰囲気でバスケットができるっていうのは、本当に幸運だと思いますし、すごく、楽しい時間になりました。
昨日はスリーポイントラスト斉藤選手、ちょっとこれは言っちゃいけないんだけど外してほしい、勝ちたいっていう思いありましたけど、今 MVP 候補ファイナルに残っていかがでしょう。
いや、はい、嬉しいですし、ちょっとなんかドキドキしてますね。
さあ、投票結果どうなるでしょうか。大丈夫でしょうか。4選手ファイナリストで揃いました。
Now we wait to find out who will be our MVP.
ありがとうございました。さあ、では MVP 候補、おっと出ました。B.League
That was almost unanimous, wasn't it?
岸本隆一選手です。
How couldn't it be unanimous? You yourself said it, Josh. He really is deserving. Number one, he came from the winning team.
Oh no. It's come from the local player.
They're going to give it. Why not him? Yes, because he is from the Ryukyu Golden Kings, which is now, of course, Okinawa.
Well, you can't blame the fans for that one. I mean, he did bring them a championship, so shout out to him. But he's a great player, but I think that took us all by surprise.
Well, it doesn't matter. As they say, this is an all-star game. And as long as the fans get what they want, and they wanted Kishimoto to be the MVP, win or lose, Josh.
Great occasion. I mean, he had some great moments in this game for that matter. But, he hit the coconut three, hit some big-time shots. But, as you mentioned, All-Star Weekend, anybody can win the MVP as long as you come ready to play.
.それではこれより表彰式を行います。まずはじめに B リーグチェアマン島田真二に見事 MVP に輝いた岸本隆一選手へ賞金100万円を贈呈いたします。岸本選手、どうぞ中央にお進みください。おめでとうございます。
Wow. 1 million yen as the MVP.
That's a big bag he's taking home.
On a losing team. But again, as they say, it's an all-star game. He's giving you that look like he's not happy, huh, Joe?
Yeah, I think he's...
But deep down inside, he's like, I'll gladly take that 1 million.
Take home. That's a lot of money for sure. Much more than what we saw yesterday.
All the winners in the skills games got 300,000 yen. Looks like he's gonna get a steak dinner.
おめでとうございます。
But he's about to take home, I reckon, just under $7,000 for winning the MVP award. That is one hell of a paycheck to take home.
Despite the fact that you are not taking home the victory, huh?
That's a
He's
case.
the only one happy from the losing squad, Josh.
That's a case of modern day era. Everybody's a winner. Hey, I didn't win the game, but guess what? I took home the MVP award. I mean, no doubt, definitely he's deserving of the award, of course. And that's what I love about Japanese basketball. The amount of bonuses these players can compete for.
沖縄市特産品1年分を贈呈いただきます。
Everybody congratulating our MVP, and boy, the prizes just continue to flow. Aside from the $1 million, excuse me, 1 million Japanese yen, as we said, $7,000. The prize packages continue to flow.
Well, his endorsements definitely have gone up for winning this award, but you know, that's a testament. Maybe I need to, I don't know, I mean, I'm 33 right now. I don't think I can play in the Japanese B.League. That's giving me a little bit of motivation, I guess.
それでは見事 MVP に輝きました岸本隆一選手受賞の声を伺いましょう。
Very instrumental in voting him to be this year's MVP. Let's hear from him.
見事 MVP に輝きました琉球ゴールデンキングス岸本隆一選手です。見事地元のオールスターで地元出身の岸本選手が MVP 獲得です。今どんな思いでしょう。
はい、試合は負けちゃったんですけど、はい、すごく嬉しい気持ちです。はい。
最後の方は岸本選手にボールが集まっているようにも感じましたけれども、そのオールスターを振り返ってどんなところが MVP 獲得に引き寄せたと思っていますか。
いやー、でもお互いが本当に、それぞれがいいプレーを出し合って、はい、最終的にこういう結果になったかなと思います。終盤できればみんなでこうボールを分け合いたかったんですけど、本当誰も目を合わせてくれなくて誰も本当に目を合わせてくれなくて、ただすごく個人的に、
So he's talking about the fact that he's very happy they lost the game, but still he won the MVP award because he was voted by the fans and he thanked the fans for the
今年は岸本選手に取らせるといった声がたくさん聞かれましたけれども、プレッシャーなどはあったんでしょうか。
いや、本当にそんなつもりはなかったんですけど、ちょっとやっぱ4クォーター入ったぐらいからちょっと自分でもあるなとか思い始めてて、はい、ただはい、お互いいいプレーがこういろいろあってすごく楽しい時間になりました。はい。
Well, they added that they had a great time. That is really what this is all about.
そして代名詞でもあるココナッツ3もしっかり決めました。どんな思いで決めましたか。
いや、本当に安心しました。はい、その前に斉藤選手が決めてくれて、すごくこうなんていうんですかね、こう自分も奮起しなきゃという気持ちで、はい、シュート決めることができました。
そして先ほどは賞金100万円と、そして地元沖縄の県産品もたくさんもらっていましたけれども、どのように使っていくおつもりでしょうか。
はい、大切に使わせていただきたいと思います。嘘です、冗談です。はい、みんなでちゃんと分け合って、沖縄の良さをちゃんとみんなに感じてもらえるように、はい、シェアしたいと思います。
はい。But to be truthful, Kishimoto said before the fourth quarter, he had a
沖縄はここ
feeling
1
he
年
could
で
get the
スラムダンクの
MVP.
映画があり、キングスの優勝があり、
I'm sure he would have
バスケワールドカップがあり
wanted to win.
そしてこのオールスターもありました。この沖縄の盛り上がり、地元出身選手としてどのように感じますか。
はい、この今日という日を本当に僕自身すごく楽しみにしていましたし、今日こうやって素晴らしい時間を本当にたくさんの人と一緒に過ごすことができてすごく光栄に思っています。またここをきっかけにどんどんこうバスケットの魅力っていうものを沖縄から発信していけたらいいかなと思っています。
最後に 85% もの得票率を集めましたファンの皆様に一言お願いできますでしょうか。
はい、本当にありがとうございます。
I'm very happy that the 1 million yen and
インタビューは以上です。岸本隆一選手でした。大きな拍手をお願いします。
Who he shares it with. But definitely very happy about the fact that yes, they were able to bring a whole lot of joy, not just the B.League fans, but to those in
さ
Okinawa
あ続いて
in
はバ
particular.
スケットライブオンファイヤー賞の発表です。この賞はバスケットライブ内応援機能において最も応援された選手、最もファイヤー数が多かった選手に対して贈られます。それでは発表する前に酸っぱいマンを分け合っております。
Interesting to see who we're going to be hearing from
で
next.
はバスケットライブオンファイヤー賞発表に移ってもよろしいでしょうか。ありがとうございます。では発表いたします。バスケットライブオンファイヤー賞は
Let's see who they choose as the player who was on
比江島
fire
誠選手
today.
です。お願いします。それでは比江島誠選手
Another fan favorite.
また微妙な表情をされております。
Makoto Hiyajima. And he's not too pleased with the award, knowing that
比江
his
島
team
選手へは
did
島田
not
千
come
山よ
away
り
with
賞
a
金
W
30万
today.
円が贈られます。
Well, go back to the time when Utsunomiya Brex won the B.League championship. You could see the tears of jubilation at what it meant to him to be the Japanese champion. But yeah, one thing you gotta love about Makoto Hiyajima, he's a true competitor, but also one of the best shooters you're gonna find in Japanese basketball.
And for his efforts today, 300,000 yen.
おめでとうございます。さあそれでは見事オンファイヤー賞を受賞した比江島選手、受賞の声をお聞かせください。
比江島選手、オンファイヤー賞受賞おめでとうございます。何か少しこう遠慮がちに見えるんですけれども、B ブラックキャプテン、オールスターを終えて、今どんなお気持ちでいらっしゃいますか。
いやもう本当に僕自身はすごく楽しかったんですけど、大変本当に恐縮ですみません。ありがとうございます。
ちょっと今何か B ブラックの
インタビューしてるよ。オンファイヤー賞のインタビューしてるよ今。俺も入れてよ後で。はい。
ちょっと B ブラックの選手が集中切れてしまっているようなんですけども、はい、今回 B ブラックを率いてこの沖縄の地で対戦ということ、B ホワイトと対戦ということになりましたけども、チームの選手ロッカールームなんかではどんな声をかけたんでしょうか。
いや、とりあえず勝ちに行きましょうっていうこと一言だけです。僕はいみんないい選手揃ってるんでみんないい雰囲気作ってくれてありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。改めてオンファイヤー賞、バスケットライブご覧いただいている皆さんからファイヤーを最も集めたということ、それからB ブラックを代表して、そして日本を代表してという形になりますでしょうか。沖縄のファンの皆さん、それから宇都宮のファンの皆さん、そして日本のバスケファンの皆さんに比江島選手からメッセージをお願いいたします。
The money and
オンファイヤー賞投票してくれた皆さん本当にありがとうございました。これからはリーグ戦の方で心をたげるような熱い試合をしていきたいと思いますので、引き続き応援よろしくお願いします。
改めましてオンファイヤー賞比江島誠選手でした。ありがとうございました。
3 assists, 5 rebounds, Josh, but nonetheless chosen as the on-fire player for today.
As you mentioned, fans' choice, of course, and he deserved it, but I don't think he, as you mentioned, was too keen to win it. But, you know, it's all about having fun, and no doubt these players are having a great time in Okinawa. And that's just how the cookie crumbles with this one.
The white team takes home the victory, but none of the individual awards. Go figure. And the team captain's taking the picture without him in the shot. Somebody's got to go over there and make sure he's included in that picture.
B リーグオールスターゲーム以上で全ての表彰を終えまして、いよいよフィナーレを迎えました。2023年バスケイヤーの熱の高まりのバトンを受けて B リーグオールスターゲームは晴れて2024年ここ沖縄で開催することができました。今回のオールスターで生まれた名場面の数々も B リーグの歴史の1ページを形作っていきます。 そして次の歴史の舞台となるのは千葉です。来年のオールスターは千葉で開催いたします。これより琉球ゴールデンキングス岸本隆一選手より次回開催地に本拠地を置く千葉ジェッツ富樫勇樹選手へボールリレーを行います。では両選手よろしくお願いいたします。それでは岸本選手から富樫選手へボールリレーが行われました。さあそれでは来年のオールスターに向けての抱負を富樫選手お願いいたします。
To Chiba, because that's going to be the site of next year's All-Star festivities.
皆さんこんにちは。3日間にわたり、本当に素晴らしい雰囲気を作っていただきありがとうございます。本当に素晴らしい雰囲気で、本当に一つちょっと心残りというかあれば、やっぱりニック・ファジーカス選手がここに来れなかったことかなと思うんですが、本当櫻井さんはじめ、ニックと長年、こうやって日本のバスケットを支えてくれた、メンバーとこうやってこのオールスターというコートに立ててすごく嬉しく思います。今回、来年千葉で開催ということで、この素晴らしい沖縄アリーナでの雰囲気とそれ以上の、オールスターの雰囲気を作っていけるように頑張っていきたいなと思うので、来年、千葉の方でぜひお待ちしているので楽しみに、来年オールスター待っていただけたらなと思います。本当に3日間ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。それでは最後に今回のオールスターを振り返って、そしてご来場のお客様全国の B リーグファンへのメッセージを岸本隆一選手お願いします。
こんにちは。本当に素晴らしい3日間になりました。最後の締めになります。皆さんでいつものやついきますか。すみません、僕が1、2、3っていうので、その後にみんなで B リーグで最後締めたいと思います。すみません、皆さん準備はいいですか。いきます。1、2、3、B リーグ。
And it's just fitting for the MVP to have the final say here, John.
Oh, absolutely. Again, this has just been a fantastic weekend. And as I've been, sound like a broken record.
Okinawa Arena で2日間にわたって開催してまいりました。
Japanese basketball, along with all the other basketball leagues in Asia, becoming the melting pot, the ultimate hotspot for all the pros to come. And all you have to look is an all-star weekend like this just to see what it's been like. It's been great being with you, Anthony. I really have enjoyed commentating these 2 days.
Glad to work with you once again, buddy. Look forward to working with you in the future games. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us here for All-Star Weekend festivities. Stick around because the B-League picks up their season starting next weekend. Till next time, take care and have a good afternoon ahead, everybody. God bless.
DJ ナイトはこの後6時過ぎからスタートしまして、そして7時40分頃には沖縄の夜空をキラキラと彩るドローンショーが繰り広げられます。皆さん、そしてこれなんと、無料です。行かない手をないので皆さん、この後すぐ向かっちゃってください。
そうなんです。もうね、このお祭りに来る最後の最後まで、もうみんなで味わい尽くして、帰っていただきたいと思います。
3日間我々の声出しすぎて声ガスガスなんですけれども、この後すぐパークに行って乗ってさらにガスガスにして帰りたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
というわけで、皆さん、本当に3日間、このアリーナ、たくさんの声援、応援、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
B.Leagueオールスターゲーム、ここに MC を担当させていただきました。私、中田雄一と、
谷沢正樹、そして
MC 小林勝正和でした。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
オールスタージャズの皆さん、ありがとうございました。
徹底的にいきます。ここは比江島守対強決スポットの中ノックバックバウンドのままです。比江島の守は崩れ落ち直撃のようです。